the intro song gets me every single time. I mean, boy, first of all, look like you looking in the. It's so weird. Okay, I'm gonna be looking, but I'm gonna be looking. Y'all get it. Hey, y'all, welcome to another episode of One Being Brave. I'm your host, Domo Jones. How y'all doing? Y'all good? I got straight. I mean, today's a good day, ain't it? We have so much to catch up on. I'm so full. Like, I'm just so full. Like, what do I even do with myself? I'm just grateful to be alive. So, for the old heads, y'all already know what's up. Like, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Good. Okay, for the newcomers, thank you for tuning in. I appreciate it. I don't take it lightly. Come on in, have a seat, get comfortable. Like, we're gonna be in here for a while. Because my guest, okay. Because part 3. Okay. Because you already, okay. Yeah, whatever. All right, so let's get into the house rules. All right, so Domo, like, act like slut. Okay, there we go. House rules. So, no profanity. We don't, come on, man. Like, you already know what's up. We don't do that on this show. It's like so many words in the dictionary, so we're just gonna use them. I mean, it's like a plethora of words. That was from the dictionary. I mean, we're about to use them. No bashing of race, religion, gender, politics, or sexual preferences. I mean, we kinfolk, we cousins, auntie and uncle, grandpa, great aunts, like, all y'all invited to the barbecue because from one blood he made all the nations. So we pretty much, we are family like a giant tree. Yeah. Okay, y'all know. Y'all all invited to the barbecue. Tell them I sent you. And who gonna check for me? Exactly. Anybody gonna check for me? Like, cause for why? Wish they would. Child, boy, I tell you. All right, so this show is called One Being Brave because it represents the 1 billion people of the world that have disabilities and or medical conditions. The old heads already know what I'm about to say. For the new heads, I'm gonna need y'all to hear me clearly. Get you one of us in your circle. I mean, I don't know another way to say it, but we're just top tier. I mean, that's like, get you one of us in your circle. Although we're not. I love you, Michelle. I love you. And we are talking. Get you one of us in your circle. I mean, that's it. That's all. That's all I gotta say about that. Like, 1, we're top tier. 2, Nick. Hi, Nick. Hi, Chris. Hi, Nick. We're top tier. 1, 2. There's so many perks with having someone with a disability. Like, I don't know, handicap section. I don't know. You get front in line, and the list goes on and on. Is all I'm saying. All right, so next house rule is we do talk about Jesus Christ on this show. Like, my guy is top tip. Like the guy is dope. Like, that's my dog. That's my dog. And he should be yours too. Like, just have a little talk with Jesus. Tell him about your show. Like, the guy is, he just never ceases to amaze me. Every time I talk about him, I'm just be like, cheesing, cause he the big man on campus. You feel me? All right. So last but not least, the house rule is, and I need y'all to listen with y'all good ear. Y'all ready for it? Okay, cool. This show is a show. Tamara, love you. Period. Oh, we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about it. Okay, so this show, not the sinus is acting up. Not right now. We ain't got time for that. Get us together, all right? This show is a show that has a hostess with a disability, that has guests that I interview solely with disabilities and medical conditions. Oh, heads, you already know. Lady O, Tyler Perry, and Mother Ellen DeGenerate. I'm coming to all three of y'all houses. I'm gonna do a 3-point turn. Deshaun, hey girl, you are in the circle, okay? I don't care what nobody say. I'm coming to the house. Lady O, I'm coming to the house first. We can either go in your garden, but we can't go in the grass. And then we're gonna have a little talk. Then I'm gonna cross the street to Tyler Perry's house or his studio, whichever one. You choose. Choose you this day. And then I'm gonna hop on around the corner real quick to Lady Ellen DeGenerate's house because we got a few little shoulder shimmies that we gotta talk. I mean, I'm already busy. Like I feel like I'm busy already. Goodness. I'm already introducing myself right now. So, hey, how's it going? How y'all doing? Y'all good? Y'all straight? I'm Domo. All right, so because we have so much to talk about. And that's that. All right, so let's get into I can't never think of it. Okay, what is it? Let's get into the framework. Okay, because you can't tell me that she is not dope, though. I like the oversized jacket. So, at Brooke Horry, I hope I said that last name right. We're going to say Brooke H. At Brooke H, her disability is her top lip was bitten by a pit bull. Now, it's so unfortunate, but I will say this. She's still fly. We wear pink on Wednesdays, even though it's Tuesday. But we wear pink on Wednesdays. You feel me? Like, she's too dope. And that's that. So, at Brooke H, thank you for still representing your confidence and representing who you are very well. I could tell like you're very classy. You look like you're super educated. Thank you to the parents of Brooke for still allowing her and showing her that she's still dope beyond this condition that was presented to her. It ain't easy being I mean, can you imagine? Let's talk about it real quick. Can you imagine like just randomly being bit by a species, an animal being attacked, and you wasn't even expecting on like a good day? Like you over here skipping, singing in the rain. Man, that's why I always say being a part of the disability community is the easiest community you can be a part of, because in the blink of an eye, you can cross on over to our side. We are the most accepting community that there is. And I say that every time because thinking not strange, you can be that one at any given time, randomly. But at Brooke H, keep doing you. Thank you for your confidence. Thank you for being you. Thank you for still, I feel like she's a model low key, right? Don't she like a model low key? I feel like she's a model. So thank you for having the confidence to be who you are. Brooke H, like you dope. All right, so let's get into what's the next one, Gabe. Oh, man. I'm gonna get it right. When I say I've been wrong. Listen, Kathy, the more you know. What's the more you know? Here you go with they're at 10. Gabe, we're gonna talk after. They're at 10, but they ordered takeout after grocery shopping because it's too exhausting. Okay, first of all, y'all not about to play me. Come on, nobody say. Y'all not about to play me. It is exhausting. Y'all understand. Especially when you have leg and feet problems. Woo! You be like, I don't even want to take these groceries out the bag. Mind you, do I even want to take them out the car? I don't really think so. Like, okay, you gotta be. Everybody, I want y'all to know that was my cousin Chris. She has serious problems. You got bit by a turtle? What, you want Neosporin? You want ice pack? What we doing? Child. Oh, I tell you. Okay, so let's get into, for those of you that don't know, we're about to get into my story real quick. So if y'all see my post, most of you guys have probably seen my post. I was out of town last week, and you guys see my post about the lady refusing to move her bags. So let's talk about it. because I need to get something off my chest. And I feel like y'all do too, because y'all already know what's up. And for those that don't know about it, just listen. Just listen, because you might be like, oh my mama. Okay. So, I was out of town last weekend, went to a conference in Texas. And the conference was like super dope, super amazing. I'm grateful that I had that experience to do it. Now it was over 40,000 people, and I'm saying that for a reason. It was over 40,000 people, and it was at a baseball stadium. So I'm so grateful that the whole weekend I was, well, before I say that, for those of you that know, baseball stadiums, concerts, events, centers, all that has a specific section for the disabled community. Accessible seating. Everyone, you got to, right? So with that being said, I'm very grateful that the whole weekend I was able to sit in this same section. Out of 40,000 people, I was able to sit in this same section. So keep that in mind, right? All right, so this one specific day, we arrived like a little late, but we had preferred seating in one section. But then I have accessibility. I was in my wheelchair, so I was in a whole nother section compared to all the ones that are in the bleachers, right? So, all right, going to the seat now. In the section where the accessibility people were, that part was full, but the where I was sitting, where I've always been able to sit, was available. Only thing was, the lady that was sitting in the seat next to the space that I can have my wheelchair, she had like 2 or 3. Hey mom, she had 2 or 3 brown paper bags full of like stuff that she had bought. All right, cool. So my mom wheels me up to the section. Boom, boom. So she puts me off to the side, and she's like, I'm gonna go ask the lady if we can, if she can just move her bags over and you can sit in this section, because I can't be in the walkway area. It's a hazard. Common sense, right? So she goes over there. I'm kind of off to the corner. She goes over there and she asks the lady if she was like, can my daughter have her wheelchair right here out the way in this section? The lady goes, oh, I don't want to move my bags. The brown paper bags? You talking about those? Child, I know you lying. Child, so my mom was like, she just she needs to be out the way. This is where she's always been sitting. It's bags. What we doing? And so I don't want to move my paper bags. Girl, if you don't move, child, I will walk over there and pick up your bags and move it myself, and then go back to my wheelchair and get in my wheelchair and wheel my tail over there in the section that first of all, let's be very clear about this. She did not have a disability, and the lady that she came with did not have a disability. They walked in here. So let's keep it a buck. You in my section, big dog. And let's be very clear. Anyone that knows, if you come with someone with, even if you buy tickets online and you go to the handicap section, accessibility section, you have to have an accessibility seat with a companion. You can't just buy an accessibility seat and no companion seat with it. Which means my mama could have sat right next to me legally. But because my mom, who she is, she just wanted me to have a seat while she was going to sit in another section up in the bleachers. Thank God that the ladies that were around in that area at the time that my mom was taking me to my seat, they saved a seat for her. So she was in the bleachers sitting up kind of high, so she was able to look down at me. Now, when my mom came back over there to me, and so she's like not moving to where I typically sit. And I was like, what's going on? And the lady said, my niece and cousin have birthday. Mom, this is not the time to be celebrating happy birthday in September. What we doing? Child. You're supposed to be paying attention to the matters at hand. Now, when my mom came over and she told me what happened, there were three ladies in a whole nother section up on the bleachers that were overhearing our conversation. And so they leaned forward and they were like, she won't move her bags. And no, she said she won't let your daughter sit there. And the mom said, well, she said she don't want to move her bags. Mid conversation, one of the ladies she said, oh, one of the ladies got up, walked all the way to the others, like halfway down the field to get the authority security guy and told them what happened. Walked all the way back and was like, so we like, handle my lightweight, cause what we doing, right? So then the lady switches up as the gentleman is telling the lady like, ma'am, they're paper bags. Move them from the left side of your feet to the right side of your feet, and let this lady who actually is supposed to be in this section sit here. What we doing, right? So then she switches up her story. Oh yeah, I'll just move my stuff like it's not a problem. Girl, child, I tell you, it took when I finally got up there and sat in the section that I've been sitting in and I was supposed to legally sit in, and not be replaced by some brown paper bags with a few little sachets and shawls in it. What? Child. And she was trying to be all night, ma'am, don't say that. This is what I did to my elbow. Don't say nothing to me. That's what I did. Then I had to remember, girl, this is the Christian. You're supposed to be getting something from the Lord. So that was that. Now, I said that to say two things. I said that to say this. There are going to be people that will not accept your disability. They think it's not important. They think you're not important. They think that they have an advantage. But here's the thing. You ain't got to accept it, but you got to conform to my accessibility. And that's that on that. What you will do is conform to what's accessible to me. You ain't got to acknowledge me. You ain't got to do none of that. But what you will do is conform to what is liable to me, for me. Now, we can do it two ways. You can either do it willingly, or I can teach you that it needs to be done. Because at the end of the day, that section was for me and for people that have disabilities. And technically, it's for people that have disabilities and their companion, with aka caregiver, aka helper. You feel me? So let's keep it a buck. Let's keep it a buck and a half. Now, let me tell you the blessing behind it, though. The blessing behind it is the lady friend who came with her friend, she had to leave early because I don't know what happened, but all I seen was that she walked in, but she was wheeled out. Now bag lady, she ended up staying behind for a little bit, but the crazy thing is she left, her friend left, so that left a spot not only for me but for my mom and an extra spot. Don't be doing our people wrong, because we were able to stay during the whole service, but you had to leave early. And my mom got to sit in my section, and we had extra space. Child, you see how God be doing? You see how God be doing? For the disabled community, please do not feel. There will be times where people will seem like you're not important, you're not worth it, what you have is irrelevant to their situation. But understand, there are people that don't even have disabilities that are full able-bodied that will protect you more than people that could care less. Because them three ladies, they said, hold on. My daughter, y'all ain't even got to do nothing. I'll handle it. And child, they did. And I'm very grateful. I'm very grateful for the weekend. I'm very grateful that I got to experience it. And I'm very grateful for God protecting not only myself but my mom, because she wasn't able to sit in the section with me all the time. But y'all, if y'all know my mom, y'all know she a hawk. She was looking dead. I moved like this, and she 2 seconds. She was right here. You okay? I said, whoa, where'd you come from? Where'd you come from? Where'd you come from? And the funny thing is, I was just moving, just not even like big moving, just moving a little bit. And the people that were next to her was looking at me like, yo, daughter moving. You won't. I got the water. I'll bring your water to you. Don't even worry about the water. I'll bring your water to you. You just make sure your daughter good. I'm very grateful. Very grateful. Very grateful. Man. But that experience was super dope. For those, this is like a little plug. For the women that did not go to Woman Evolve this year in Texas, y'all need to go next year. It will change your entirely life. Okay? That's that on that. All right, so enough about me. I just had to get that story out because a lot of people was about to fight on my comments. So I had to let y'all know what was it. I had to get y'all the real story. All right, so wait, let me get because my guest, child, for those that seen part 1 and 2, then y'all already know part 3 is about to be wild. I'm gonna give y'all a recap of what we talked about last week, real quick, because I'm gonna need her to share it all. Okay? Point blank in the period. Like that's it, that's all. So last week we talked about allergies, cancer, and then COVID. But then we left on that cliffhanger, remember? Remember we left on that good gospel cliffhanger? Where she had to get the shot in her neck. I can't even say it out all the way because I just felt it. She had to get the shot in her neck because she had rolling veins. All right. Woo! So we definitely have to finish off there. Like, are y'all ready for it? Are y'all ready? Because I'm ready. Are y'all ready? All right, cool. Gabe, just bring her on because at this point, like, hey, Sharice girl, that's my dog. That's my dog. Lonita, what up, though?
Oh, can y'all hear me? Hey.
We in there.
How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing all right. A little
Listen,
tired, but we in here.
We in there. You are the talk of the town right now.
Tell
Everybody want
me
to know
about
your
it.
story. Everybody want to know your story.
Hey, Auntie Kathy, I love you.
Hey, Kathy girl.
I wish I was out there with y'all because it wouldn't have went down like that. I said, you know what, Lord? I'm going to be there next time. You don't want me out there with my dog this time because
See?
we would have...
It would, yeah.
Run all the way to the front for prayer.
It would have went a different way. It definitely would. Yeah. And I appreciate my goons because my goon was like, who is the lady? Who is the...
But you typed it, my cousin Charity was there. So I'm trying to see if y'all was still there because I'm sending the word like, hey, I don't know how big the stadium is, but go find our girl. Go find where she at.
Put out an ETA.
Go find where she at, cause yeah. Woman Evolved might really evolve.
Was about to evolve.
We try not to, but what?
When people tempt.
Why she was being ugly? Wasn't she supposed to be learning how to evolve and what was going on?
That's what I'm saying. I'm like, it was literally paper bags. Like,
What, she had her snacks in them, or
no, it looks like she had maybe like clothes or like a break. Like, it wasn't even nothing. It wasn't even nothing. And the thing was, she didn't even have to move. She didn't have to move her body.
she had to move her bag.
All she had to do was move, boom, boom.
See?
That's it.
Auntie Kathy know what that 10th Street all about.
Child.
We not trying to take the
I,
project, but we go. Come on now.
I
We
said,
thugs
don't
for
let this
Christ.
wheelchair fool you because I will walk over to your bag.
Don't let it.
Don't,
Don't let it.
don't let it fool you. I will
Don't
stand
let
up
it.
and walk.
Don't let it. That's what I be telling them. I be like, man, brother about to be a ghost. He about to get up on y'all, and I just can't wait because God is so good. I just told him last
God is
night.
so good. God
He
is
is
so good.
Before we
Man.
get in, if I could do this.
Oh, yeah.
Man, this last week has been, not to cut you off, it just has been trying. I rebuke the spirit of retaliation because every time I open up my mouth, and come on, he be coming for me. He be coming for me hard. Me personally.
Yeah.
Attacking my family. I'm like, the blood of Jesus.
Because he don't want you to tell your story.
He don't.
Because you're touching so many people. You're touching so many people. And then the fact that you even openly shared as to how you have never even shared like most of this story. You haven't shared most of part of this story. You haven't. So people overcome by the blood of the Lamb and the word of their testimony. Your testimony is touching so many people that never even knew anything. First of all, they never even knew anything was even wrong with you. But two, they're also learning like, dang, oh, I had that situation. Oh man, I went through that. Oh, I know somebody that went through that. Dang, look at her. Look how amazing and look how energetic and vibrant she is despite all that she goes through. Yeah, listen, trust me when I say I understand. I understand the attacks. I get it. And you're such a warrior and you're a fighter. You're definitely going to get attacked because he's like, oh no, I gotta shut her up. She giving God too much praise. It's too much. She giving God way too much praise.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna keep on.
And I'm gonna keep on.
Period.
It's not gonna stop. I dedicate this show tonight and the shows moving forward to my auntie Barbara Miller, to the Miller and Shelby family. My auntie, may she rest in peace. I was just given the 1 second, sweetheart. Sorry.
No, you're good.
I was sharing my testimony with her at my cousin Risha house, Diva Outlaw.
Hi, Diva.
And my auntie, hey y'all, my auntie was laying there on the couch and I didn't know she was sick. And she was laying there and she was just, Auntie Barbara making her little noise, but she was listening. And I was sharing this exact testimony with my cousins that had no idea. You know what I'm saying? They didn't know that I had a learning disability. My auntie knew because she a woman of God and she would come down from Long Beach and pray and, her, my auntie Curl and all my aunties, and we some thugs for Christ now. So I'm going to give it up for Auntie Barbara. Please keep my family in prayer.
Definitely will.
Let's get into it.
Let's get into it. So we left off on a cliffhanger. So I'm letting you know now it's gonna be a part 4. I mean, it is because this episode we definitely want to get into what I wrote it down. We want to finish the COVID story, but then we also want to get into the COVID story, but then we also want to talk about your journey during chemo.
Got it.
And then next week, we're gonna talk. I learned that we had to break down in 2 sections. We got to do 2 subjects a session. So next week we want to talk about the tube in your back and then your struggle with depression.
Oh, okay.
So
So we
that's gonna be next
off.
week.
Make sure I write down my notes
Yes.
because, girl, I didn't have to call up to the hospital today, and because this word is this long, I asked my cousin Charity to type it in the chat because I couldn't
Yeah.
send it to you fast enough to have Gabe do it. I'm trying to. I said, look, Lord, I'm gonna spell it out. If
Right.
I'm gonna try to pronounce it. Charity gonna type it in the chat. Hopefully she can hear me. Somebody. I know it's some
Somebody's
nurses and
happening.
doctors, and they
Right.
know what I'm saying. They know all about it. Hi, my beautiful.
Yes, my
My
niece been
niece
through
just
it.
walked
She
in.
has, Miss Kathy. She definitely have. Okay, so let's get into the
Okay.
oh I
Okay,
can't.
so you want to go back there, the
Yeah,
COVID
let's
story.
let's get into we gotta finish the COVID story with the shot
Okay.
in the neck.
Girl, they put a whole IV in my neck. And I was looking for the pictures, but I gotta get them printed out. So that's like 4, 5, and 6 and 7. But
Right.
go back and I had the pictures for it or whatever. But yeah, so okay, we went to the girls trip. I told you that. Came back from Vegas. Think I told y'all that. And I go and they was like, "You got COVID?" I ain't got no COVID. Looked around again, no COVID with me. It's like, "Yeah, you got COVID." No, no. I don't claim the cancer. There it go. What's that word? See that word?
What?
Gestation.
Gestational
Come on.
troph- trophoblastic.
Yes. Okay. So
Whew.
that type of cancer came from, where's my notes at real quick? Oh, it came from a molar pregnancy where they didn't do the DNC process correctly.
Right. Yeah.
So when they left the bad tissue in there, and that's how it happened. So y'all look up that word now, do your research. It's not
Cause
the
goodness.
nurses and the head charge nurse or whatever in oncology. They researching and looking up and calling and this and that and looking at me like, whoa. So now the little bitty short nurse, I guess she's the one that they call in to do the certain type of IVs.
Mm-hmm.
And she's smarter than me, and she stood up on this like a little step stool or whatever. And I'm laid back, and she's like, "Lonita, I have to put it in your neck." I'm like, "My neck? What you mean I got an IV in my neck?" She's like, "Yes, we can't find it. You're severely dehydrated and blah, blah, blah." I'm like, "Please don't hurt me." Now, mind y'all, when I was a kid, they had to strap me down to the table. A doctor had to sit on top of me because they needed to draw my blood. Plus, that they needed to give me a shot. They wanted to draw my blood for like the seizures and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was in there scrapping. Like, wait a
Okay.
minute. I ain't scared of nothing, but you're not gonna do this. Girl, they strapped me down to a table, actually sat on me to do it, and bribed me with strawberries. So now, all these years later, I'm a grown adult. She talking about she about to put this in my neck. Stop me at any time. Ask me whatever question you want. So I'm like, please, Lord, don't hurt me, don't hurt me, don't hurt me. 1 second. Don't hurt me.
Right. They couldn't find the vein. Right,
No,
Drew.
like I don't
They could
got
not
shit.
find the vein.
They're gone. They couldn't find none. And I was like, my daddy said, "Oh, you gonna turn into a push pin, a stick pin, or something?" I'm like,
Right.
no, this is starting to hurt. One time they had to like take it out my hand, and they said they was gonna take it from my foot or whatever. So she did her thing. She went in on the right side of my neck and did what she had to do, and it was coming in, and they had to tape it up or whatever, right? So it was in there for like, I think I had to stay maybe like a week.
It was in. Okay, wait. It was in your neck for a week. I'm
I
done.
can't wait till I print out these pictures for
Oh
y'all.
my
Yes, and so peep this out. So they coming in there. I was on the COVID unit in the room by myself, which was cool. I was still doing work for the cleaning business. I'm checking the people coming to clean my room. Like, wait a minute, get over
Right.
there. Get
Get
that
that corner.
baseboard over there.
Get that baseboard.
And so, peep this out. So, it's in my neck, but I guess my called a RTIJ. Thank you, whatever
Come
that
on, doctor.
is.
Charity,
Okay,
you right with me.
RTIJ.
RTIJ.
Okay. And so my potassium was low and all of this and that. They're like, oh, we're going to have to take you to the ICU. Da, 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 da. I said, you ain't taking me nowhere. When I leave from here, I told her, I said, look, I'm going to sleep for 3 days. When I wake up, have some answers for me. Because I'm
Cause
going home.
okay, all this talk, whatever you're talking about, don't apply to me. I'm going home.
I'm going home. I see who? I see you going home, Lonita.
I see,
That's what I see.
I see you later.
Yes. And so I tried to drink it, but I couldn't drink it. They was trying to mix it instead. So, girl, they put the potassium in the IV, right? And it started leaking. But I have been,
Oh,
I'm like, y'all have to take this out of my neck. Figure out something. I know these veins done replenished and they done did something. So they put it in there. And like as soon as it, because I can't eat bananas, right? I'm like, dang, maybe I'll take the itchy mouth, but then I thought twice, like, no, I'm not gonna do that. We're gonna figure this out. He sure did. Yes, he did. He sure did. He rose on the third day. And I was like, you got three, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost.
that's
I'm
it.
waking up. I'm gonna sleep because I needed my rest. But I'm getting up on this third day and we're gonna figure it out because I'm going home. So as she put it in there, I started what happened? Oh girl started leaking. And I'm like hitting the button. I need help right now. And it
Internal jugular vein.
it's,
Oh, okay. I know jugular. I know that.
yeah, that's why I was nervous. Cause she like my neck. I'm like, no, that's too close to that
Right.
main somebody. No,
Right.
no. Huh, your neck.
Thank you,
Yes,
Kiki.
yes,
Your
yes.
neck.
My neck, baby. It was in my neck. So the potassium is coming in and it's leaking, and I feel myself. So I'm calling him like, take this out. You gonna come up in here, and I'm a been done poured it out already.
Right,
So as
right.
soon as the nurse come in, I'm like, give me the bucket, give me the bucket. Girl, I threw up like the exorcist. My head was spinning. And I don't know why. I'm like, are y'all trying to take me out up in here? What's up? Like, the devil
Okay.
is a liar. She was passing me more buckets. Whatever it was doing, I don't know if it was coming in too fast or what. I was sick as a dog. I'm like, okay, Lord, give me some answers because I'm going home.
Right.
Yes. So they came in there after I got together or whatever. They came in there, pulled it out, figured another way how to do it or whatever. But that's the story on the IV. And I mean, I was like vomiting straight like the exorcist for a while. And my head was spinning. I felt terrible.
So what did they say was the problem?
Girl, I can't even remember. It was something with it. So I'm like, they're like, but you have to have potassium, like you're deficient all of this.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
what's gonna get you. I was like, girl, go get them cups. Give me
Okay.
cranberry juice or whatever. I said, give me a minute. I had to like get myself together, okay? I'm like, get all the cranberry juice you gonna get.
Get it all, because this ain't working.
Let's pull up a big old glass. Get all the cranberry juice. How much potassium I need? Give me a spoon. Got a little spoon. Stir
Yes.
it up. I said, okay, Lord, I said, help me, Lord. Please help me keep it down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I swallowed it like a G.
Come on, G.
I said, okay, we gonna see. Y'all gonna draw my blood in a little bit. We
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
see. They was like, okay, you got enough. I was like, oh, thank you, Jesus.
Oh
Like,
my
look, they trying to
God.
take me out with the potassium. Like, what's up?
Okay. And then it's already traumatizing. It's in your neck. That's already one thing. And then the liquid is leaking.
Leaking.
No.
Yes.
Mm-mm.
The liquid was
Figure it out.
leaking. Girl, I'm texting my sister Nigel, like, wait a minute, what is going on? I don't think I could text Charity fast enough. She like,
Because that's
Nene, as
abnormal.
soon as you come home, I'm on the way. I'm like, they said I got the COVID. She's like, girl, I work in a hospital. I'm like,
I don't care
now
about
not
that.
one. She like, not one, but two, girl. I said, yeah, I'm coming. I said, okay. Think you the only one can come in. I got the Lysol.
Okay, spraying everything.
She like, you choking me out. I'm like, I'm sorry.
I ain't trying to get you sick and I'm trying to get well. So
Right.
take it off.
Please,
Completely
dude.
disregardless at this point. Oh my gosh. Like the the neck, that's just what the neck is what's getting me because I've been shot before. I did
Sorry,
chemo,
y'all.
I did all that. So I got rolling veins too, so I get that. But I think my most traumatizing was in my hand. And I was losing it in my
Oh.
hand. And but you saying neck, I'm like, girl. Mm,
Yeah, it was in my hand. Oh, I got the pictures for that too.
oh
It
my.
was in my hand. Then I had you can't really see it no more. But girl, the chemo was burning me.
Okay, yeah, so we got okay, so I'm glad that you brought that up because we definitely gotta talk about chemo. Like you gotta start how how
How
how
what?
how did you even have to start chemo? Like what did they say? Like what did that process look like? Were they like wait first was that during your COVID season session?
Oh well, I had started the chemo before the COVID.
Okay, so that was before COVID.
Yeah, that's
Okay, so
before.
let's start with let's talk about the chemo because that I need to understand that.
Okay, look, girl, I had to go dig
Listen,
it
I
out.
love it.
Then,
Preparation.
then I had to call the hospital today, and then they had to call me back because I needed to know what the long word was. And oh, girl, and I had enough. It's called a nephrostomy. I gotta send it to Charity so she can put it in the chat. Let me do that
What?
right now. Oh, that's the tube I had in my back.
Okay, so that's okay. So the tube is gonna be next week. The tube and the
Okay,
depression is gonna be next week.
okay,
So
okay.
I want to get on the chemo. Like, what did
Chemo.
they say? Did they say that it was gonna be aggressive? Did they say how many sessions you
Oh,
have to do?
oh yeah, they did at first. So the first, let me see. Okay,
This is
remind
so
me.
interesting.
Remind me. Okay, so I got the name of it, and that's next. Remind me to get the name because it was two different kinds. So the first chemo, they was like, oh, that's gonna be cool or whatever. It's gonna work. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Yes, it was mild. Then the HCG numbers start tripping. That's how they. Like your home.
Hormones, yeah.
Yes, your
How you react to it?
hormones
Mm-hmm.
is like a certain level, but mine was so high. I was like, what in the world going on? What's up with these numbers?
Yeah.
Texting everybody in the family, what this mean? What is going on with this and that? And rest in peace, my big cousin Tamara. Jesus. All my cousins, there's a lot of them in the nursing field, and I love it. She's
Yeah.
like, don't worry. It's okay. It's gonna be cool. My cousin Tara, thank you, Lord. Like, hey T, I don't know what this is. Help me figure it out. So it was the mild one, right? Hair still straight. They're like, the numbers stayed stuck for a
Mm-hmm.
while because every time I would go back, I would go back. Then I had to talk to my mom and dad. And at this time, my mama and daddy is like, no more chemo. Were you pregnant? HCG? Yes, ma'am. Yes, I was. Yep. Watch number what? One or two. We gonna
Right, right,
fill you
right,
in. We gonna fill you in.
right.
And so I also talked to my nana.
Uh-huh.
And my nana is a breast cancer survivor, and she did it like the holistic way.
Uh-huh.
So
Okay.
she was like, She didn't mess around with no chemo or nothing like that. And she was basically like, I said, Nana, I'm doing my research. My best friend Toddy in Texas, we're researching this. I'm not just accepting to put this in my body without me researching it. And I was adamant with her chemo, her HCG level should have dropped, but hers kept.
Oh, 20,000.
Yes,
Sheesh.
yes. And I'm like,
20,000. That's high.
look, I have mustard seed faith.
Okay. Period.
I have mustard seed faith until he come to me in my dream and be like, you know what, baby, you just gotta take it out. I was adamant. Y'all are not touching my uterus. No,
Right.
you're not. Let's figure this out. I had to talk to my mama. I had to talk to my nana, my daddy. I had to talk to my granddaddy. You know what I'm saying? I had to talk to the elders to just, And I was like, well, daddy, we're going to do this last one, And he was just like, because my dad went with me. My dad, my friend Gerald, my mom would go sometimes. I had to keep the gangster at home. You know what I'm saying? Don't take her to the hospital too much.
Because she's going to start regulating.
Man, on everybody. Me too. Like, she yelling at me. I'm hooked up. And she like, I'm like, mama, come on now. Wait a minute. And so I started the second one. I thought I had it highlighted, but I can't see the name of it right now on my paper. But
if it's highlighted, it's maybe on the other side.
Let me see. Oh, it caused. Let me see. That was my asthma. It messed up girl. My vision was blurred.
From the chemo?
Yes. So one day I had just did a cleaning job with my partner. And so I left Paris. I was able to drive myself all the way to Colton. Fine, no problem. I'm walking in the infusion lab, and girl, I said, oh, wait a minute, Lord, bless my eyes. No, I need them. I need them. And so I was in there. They're like, Lonita, we're about to send you straight to the emergency room. I guess they needed to do like a CAT scan or something or other or whatever. She was like, no, we're going to cancel your treatment today. I'm like, no, we got to get these numbers down. She was like, not if you can't see. I'm like, okay, I understand.
Don't mess up the process. I gotta get this.
Okay.
I gotta get this. So I'm trying to finish this off.
They walking me, and this is a long hallway. So they walking me down there like they my CNI. Not like that, but they my eyes to see.
They your guardians.
Yes, they walking me like, yeah, they take me straight. It's crazy.
Wait, your vision was that bad?
Girl, just right then. And that was like, it tripped me out.
Wow.
Because I drove all the way from Paris, California to Colton with no problem. And then I said, oh, Lord. So they was in there and it was cold in the hospital. I'm like, let me go outside for a minute. Mm-hmm. So I had sat down, but I was just like, I can't see. So they took me back and it was like, they didn't like see anything or whatever. So they was like, I was in like, they made the room dark or whatever. And they were like, you got to have somebody come pick you up. So I had to call my partner, Jill. I had to call Gerald. And they came. And I'm just sitting there with these dark shades. Like I'm Baby Ray. I felt like Jamie Foxx on Ray Charles.
Wait,
I'm Baby Stevie right now.
That's not funny, but that is hilarious.
I'm Baby Stevie right now temporarily. I'm like, Jesus.
Okay, wait, let me ask you this. When it came to chemo, when you started chemo, did it make did you have any side effects? Were you tired? Did you have metal mouth, cotton mouth?
Yes. girl, neuropathy, the metal, girl, I'm rubbing, and all of a sudden I'm like, why can I taste this
Can't
fork?
taste nothing.
I could taste the fork. I'm like looking at my feelings in my mouth, like, wait a minute, did one come out? Then they're like, what is it? Oh, they're like, well, we don't tell you this because everybody is different. And what happened was, it ended up, this is how God works. I don't know what I was watching or whatever, but it came up on TV.
Oh.
As I'm having this metal mouth taste.
Yeah.
Girl, it was on the TV and it was explained. And I said, look at how God works.
Okay.
I'm on hold, calling the hospital, and the Lord had
and
to
it popped up.
And it popped up.
Come on, God.
So I'm like looking and I'm telling her everything is saying on the TV.
Is what I'm experiencing.
It's what I'm experiencing right now. I got more education from the show on the TV than I did there. And I'm like, well, I think y'all should like give me a little
that. I feel like, and the reason why I asked you that specifically is because I did chemo too. I did chemo for 6 years. So I understand what they don't tell you. And a lot of cases are different. Some people lose their hair, some people didn't. Fortunately, I didn't lose my hair. But I took pills and I did the injection. But that metal taste is the worst. Because it, like, everything tastes like you're chewing on metal. It could be a piece of bread, it could be an orange, it could be a steak. It tastes just like metal. And then also with the cotton mouth, why your mouth always so dry?
Did you? Okay, I had to read the name on the paper. It said thrash mouth and something else. So it was like people thought I was tripping. The top layer of my tongue was
done.
Did you have that too?
Yes.
What?
I thought my tongue was about to fall off because I'm like, why can't I feel like I don't feel anything?
I couldn't eat nothing.
Yeah.
I went to the Jamba Juice or the Juice It Up or something like that. Ordered my stuff. I'm about to just slurp it on down.
Couldn't.
Man, I was like a dragon breathing fire. I spit it out so fast. Like,
it messes you up.
If somebody would have came across me, they would have got burnt because nothing, no tomatoes,
nothing,
anything. I'm
it's a wild how those it's so wild how like that type of solution when it gets into your bloodstream, how like what it affects. I mean, I never knew that chemo can affect your vision. I never knew that. Like, and that is crazy, and it's just random.
Yep.
Them taste buds. A lot of people, and I'll say this: a lot of people have experienced like a very minimal experience when people have COVID and they say they lose their taste buds. That's bare minimum to what having a side effect of having chemotherapy is. That is. I wish I had that
picture. I took a picture of my tongue.
Really?
I took a picture of my tongue. I did. I was like, I have to document this.
Yeah,
like,
it's wild.
For real. It was just, I was like, oh God, I can't eat.
How many sessions of chemo did you do? Do you remember?
Let me see. It was more than expected. And it lasted longer. The doctors were so it was a lot. I think it's on the other form. I mean, it was more than they expected. I think they said I only was supposed to have like 7 or something, but it was way more than that because it was like the second dose of the chemo was like it started all over. Like, let me see.
Oh yeah, so let's talk about that. Is that when your hair started falling out, right?
Girl, I got the pictures.
Child.
Okay, let me see. Hold on. I had them in
Yeah, I
order.
definitely want to, because you know us and our hair. That's our crown. Yeah, thank you, Melinda. The sword.
Yeah, that's what it was. That's what it was.
See, that's why you're my dog, Melinda. I love you. Yes, the sword. Like, you get it.
Yep.
The swords are no joke. Okay, so let's talk about the part two, the second round of chemo. Was that
Okay.
more aggressive?
Yes, it was. And it had to be. And that's when my hair started falling out. I don't know if you can see my hair in this picture.
Yeah.
This is
Yeah, right there.
right
Uh huh.
there. That's my hair, right?
Yeah.
Then, okay, this is when it started falling out. So
Move
I
it over.
had to
Yeah,
get
right
it
there, right there.
right there. Okay.
Wow.
I had to get it shaved off. And then oh, hold on. Wait, I don't know where my camera is. Tell me if I'm going too fast, but
No, no, you're good.
that's
I
me
mean,
bald.
that's just amazing to see like how much hair you had, and then.
Oh yeah. My
So
hair
how long were you bald?
I was bald for I didn't my hair didn't start growing back until after I was done with chemo. I was
Really?
yeah, I was bald for a while. Let me
Okay, so
see.
let me ask you.
Yeah.
So, like, because you're a female and we love our hair, like we just do. That's just us. So for you going from, I remember how long your hair was. Your hair, you had crop. Like, let's
Thank
keep it a buck.
you.
Your hair was long, and I was like, can I, like, what juices and berries does she use? But going from that to the realization that your hair is starting to fall off, then to the reality of my hair is done for a minute until I finish. What was that process for you mentally?
Yeah, that was the thing. So, I talked to my daddy about it. And he was like, he's like, baby, you look good. You bald like daddy. You look good. Like, you got a good head. That's good. And that gave me the encouragement. Then Gerald, I was just like, I the day I got my hair shaved off, I just had to do it. Cause like
Yeah.
I said on two, I went and got a baby brush. So I'm like, oh, if I brush it with the baby, oh, and I got the pictures too, like of the stages of my hair coming out. And
Was it like,
girl, it
oh,
started coming in clumps. I mean, like, girl, if I touched it like this, it was coming.
oh my
And I
God.
was like, oh, mentally, like, may the Lord give you peace. Thank you, Jesus. So I went to my mama house. And I was like, Mama, can you comb my hair for me? I don't know what it did to my mom. I have to ask her.
Yeah.
Because like she was brushing it and it just all started coming out in the middle. And she was like,
Really?
no. So I'm like, okay. Told my daddy, he said, oh baby, go buy you a whole bunch of pretty silk scarves and stuff or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I take the scarf off, my hair just all in the scarf. So now I'm to the point I was
Woo!
forget it. I called Drill over. I'm like, hey, I'm about to put on some nip. We about to play some
Okay.
Nipsey and just hook me up. I was gonna go to my cousin Tyler. He's like a master barber or whatever. But
Yeah.
I couldn't get to him. So Drill came over and he was going through the motions. He was crying. If you
I
don't
mean, I can't, because first of all, nobody talks about this part of having
okay,
chemo. Like,
okay.
nobody talks about the process of what it feels like and what it looks like having taking your scarf off and hair coming out with it. Like, nobody talks about that. They always talk about my hair fell out and that's the end of that. So
Mm,
it's good to hear what that, like, what does that look like? What is that experience? Especially as much hair as you
yeah.
have,
Don't
like,
get me wrong. I went
yeah.
through it.
We were twins.
We were twins. That's what he always said. Yeah, we were. I had my days that I woke up and
Yeah.
I would cry, and I would always have to get it like just here, everybody. It's only hair. It's only hair. And then I have to start looking in the mirror like, oh, I am so beautiful. Oh, and it's free. Cause I'll get in the shower and just stand up under it like, oh, this feels so
Right.
I'm
Just
like,
getting that
dang, cause
scalp.
girl, when KD will be scrubbing and scratching, shout out to KD, the stylist and the hairdresser. You know, when I had the hair, and I
Yeah.
had to go get my scalp washed, and it felt
Mhm.
good. It
Yeah.
did.
That's dope. That first of all, thank you, Gerald, for encouraging her during that time, because that's not an easy process to go through, for
Mm-mm.
anybody, but definitely not a woman, because our we love our hair. Like
Yeah.
we barely like trimming our ends because we like, oh, you cutting too much. You cut into. So Gerald, I appreciate you. Thank you so much for encouraging and reminding her how beautiful she is in that during that time. Blessing, blessing, no blessing, no blessing.
And
But
blessings on me. Blessings,
with,
blessings on me.
with, with
Hey, on
ah.
us.
Okay, so after like once your hair started growing back,
Mm-hmm.
was that experience different for you? Okay, so how can I ask this? Did you value hair more after you lost it all?
You know what? Did I value it after I lost it? I got so comfortable with being bald because I didn't have to comb it. I didn't have to, and you know, I don't know how to comb my hair. Y'all see what it's looking like right
Girl,
now.
me neither. That's why I
Come
got
on
these locks.
now. Shout it out to Run It Up Ron, IE Beauty Club. I was so used to getting my hair braided and hooked up. But
Yeah.
once it was bald, I'm like, let me just go sit in her chair and just let her grease my scalp. Let her oil my scalp. Did I
Right.
value it? I got so comfortable without having it because I didn't have to do nothing to it. I
Hmm.
go sit in her chair. She greasing my scalp and doing her thing. My hair start growing back like this. So, oh Lord, I got used to just the grease on my scalp and pull my scarf off and go.
Yeah, just go. Yeah.
Then I got comfortable with being around my clients, but their kids would see me with the scarf on, and it would be so flat. Because when my hair was flat on, my silk scarf would be like full.
Hmm.
But
Hmm.
now it's fitting down to my head, and the kids is like, asking their parents, like, well, mom, what's. And then
Yeah.
I would just go to the house and don't have no scarf on, and they're like, wait, where's all your hair at? You know how
Yeah. Yeah.
kids are, right? Then little babies are like, teacher, you're bald.
They're so honest.
Girl, they brutally,
Kids are brutally like they don't care.
they are
They got a
brutally, and
question.
then
They're
then
gonna.
they will say, oh, when my hair start growing back, oh, you have little hair, or you have curly hair. Can we brush it? I'm like, sure, because y'all just
Okay,
don't know.
that's less
Y'all
work for
put me to
me.
sleep at y'all nap time.
That's less work for me to do. Go ahead,
Let
brush it off. Brush
please.
whatever you see.
Mm.
So, were you still working while you were doing chemo?
When I felt good, yes. Yes. And all my clients and everybody was just like, they really loved on JNLs.
Yeah.
They did. And they was like, hey, the kids was like, mom, we don't want nobody else. Because she helped us clean up our room. And I told her, I'm going to tax you. But I
Okay.
did when I felt good. But once the chemo got really, really aggressive, I did have to stop. Like,
Yeah.
because it was tearing me up. Then I never knew what neuropathy was. We're gonna talk about that now. We're gonna talk about that later. Tell me when
Oh. Oh. Okay. Okay. We gotta tap on it because that may be the cliffhanger.
okay, cause girl,
We gotta. Okay. That's gonna be the cliffhanger. We gotta talk about neuropathy. Oh, I told you we gotta do an episode. We gotta do an episode for the most awful thing, but God bless you with a beautiful head, face, man. God, come on, he'll turn the bad into the good, won't he?
Yes,
Turn
he will.
around. Come on, Mimi, love that. Okay,
My
so we
God.
gonna we gonna talk about
Okay.
we're gonna talk about the neuropathy. That's gonna be our cliffhanger for next episode. Next episode, we're gonna talk about neuropathy, and then I definitely want to get into this dog on tube.
Girl.
Ah.
Yeah,
But I do have a question really quick. I
sure.
do want to ask, like, I'm interested in people that have dealt with chemo because I've dealt with it.
Okay.
So I understand what people don't say, what people don't. I get that.
Mm-hmm.
So for you, your when you had your bad days, what did that look like?
Oh man, it was bad. Some days I couldn't get up, and I would call them
Mm-hmm.
and be like, I just can't get out the bed.
Yeah.
I'm like, I really like could not pick my head up off the pillow,
Yeah. Yeah.
let alone get down there to them. And I would just lay there and I would just cry. Or I would crawl to the end of my bed and just lay on the floor and just cry and be like, God, like
Why? I just
only
want to feel that.
you, just
Yes.
only you. Like, I'm not asking you why me no more because you already told me that. But I'm just like, please take it away, take it away, take it
Yeah.
away.
How long did your bad days last?
Um, Sometimes they would last. And I would be in the house and I love the sunlight and everything, but just
Yeah.
sometimes I just wanted to be in the dark in peace. And when I would get phone calls, I would be like, hey, how y'all doing? Like being Lonita, but deep down inside, and I didn't want nobody else to be like sad. But
Yeah.
everybody close to me knew I was fronting. And I wasn't trying to like front or fake it or anything. I just wanted to keep them in good spirits. I think I
Right.
was worried about everyone else, you
Making
know?
sure that they're good, that they know that I'm good, even though I'm not good, but they know that I'm good. So I just want to make sure y'all know I'm good. So I'm happy.
Yeah. I told
I get
everybody
it.
pray. If you
Yeah.
have not talked to him, talk to him about me. Cause
All the time.
I
Please.
done
Yeah.
rang his line so much. I think he done transferred me to extension 11111. He's like, please let somebody else get in on my line. I'm like, hey, y'all reach out to him for me. Y'all gotta call.
Listen,
You gotta get you
okay.
ain't picked up your Bible. I
Uh,
don't know how
2 way,
long.
4 way, 5 way. Look, phone a friend, all that.
You better get to turn them pages. Find me in there somewhere.
Okay.
Look.
No, I get the day, I get the down days. Like I totally get that because I remember I went through a whole process. Like my I knew like when I would have chemo,
Okay.
I would get everything for that week because I would be down for like 4 days.
Mm-hmm.
And when you say down, I get the down because I would be crawling like to the restroom. So
Yes.
so
Yes.
tired. Just
Yes.
like exhausted for like no reason. Don't want to eat, but you gotta eat, but you don't even know what you're eating because it tastes like metal, but you know you gotta eat something, but you're so tired, and then you gotta go to the bathroom, but you don't even have the strength to even lift your head up to get out of the bed. Listen, I understand. That's why I wanted people to hear it from another perspective of what that looks like.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't no joke.
No, it's not.
It's,
To just crawl to the toilet, be able to get up there, either. And it was just like, I don't have a trash can. I have one of my mop buckets on the side of
Mhm.
my bed. And
Yeah.
I put a bag in it, but it's like you're using the bathroom and you're throwing up at the same time. Because you can't get off the toilet, so you gotta have a bucket. I was like, you know what, Lord, I'm just keep using it as a trash can then.
Okay.
It's
And I remember I was so tired a few times. I would go to sleep on the toilet because I didn't have any strength to get up to go to my room to go back. I didn't have the strength.
that's some girl nod off right there.
Not, I mean, be out
On the counter like this, like
on the
dang,
couch,
I didn't know sleeping right here could be so good.
be snoring
I knew
and
my papa would
all.
go in there and pray. I knew he would nod out a couple of times, but I'm talking about we were sleeping,
Man,
sleeping.
that was the best sleep. Light on and everything. I didn't care. That was the best sleep because everything was right. When I felt like I had to vomit, it was right there. I had to go to the bathroom. I didn't man, I was so many times.
Did you have to go every? I went from Tuesday, Thursday to from Monday through Friday. How many days did you have to
Okay,
go?
so I did every 2 weeks. I
Oh,
did every
okay.
2 weeks for a year. And then from year 2 to year 4, I did every 3 weeks. Then year 5 and year 6, I did
Oh,
every 6 weeks.
and you don't have to do it no more.
No, I don't. My last 2 years, I drove myself. The first, I couldn't drive at all because I was doing pills and injections. So I had to
Okay.
stop working. I had to stop going to school because I couldn't do like, and that was literally my life. My
Yep.
life was labs and chemotherapy, labs. Like that was it.
I had to distract myself. So I
Yeah.
would take my work with me. But yeah, I'll have to get my labs done first. Then I would go in the infusion center. They knew, have me
Yep.
a warm blanket. It was this one chair. I would go in there, recline that bad boy back,
Okay.
put the cover over my head. I'll be in there knocked out. And they knew when you walk up to me, talk to me. Because if I come from under this blanket, I don't know who it is. Let me know. Hey Lonita, you can do it today. Oh
Right.
no. Huh?
Give me some alerts.
God is good. Ooh,
He is.
there's no word that I can use to describe awesome.
Man,
Awesome doesn't do him justice. And people are like, how can you believe in what you can't see? And
I'm still alive. Like
I'm
that's the
with
thing.
it.
All that stuff, all that stuff that you've been through, that I've been through, that everyone that's on here that's watching has been through. If you're able to tell it, who wouldn't serve a God like that? Like God let you go through it, but then He kept you to tell about it. Child,
And so
my
many
mind would have
people
been
are
gone.
coming up to, oh, you're gonna tell. And I'm like, I'm ready. But how? And I'm so grateful and thankful because this is where I was supposed to tell it at. I didn't know how, I didn't know
Yeah,
when, I didn't know nothing. I just knew that I was so full and it just had to get out because I'm like, Lord, I'm willing. Use
yeah,
me how you how you see fit, you know. I ain't perfect. I messed up, players make mistakes, we do all of that, but
we all
however
do.
you want me to tell it, I'm gonna do
And
it.
I appreciate you coming on this platform. First of all, I appreciate you even hitting me up because I didn't even know you remember me. But that was definitely
Yeah.
that was God ordained that you just randomly hit me up and was like, "Yo, I saw that you had. I didn't even know you had a show. I saw you had
No.
a show, and I'm like, I need you on my show." And I really say this with all sincerity, but with all seriousness. I don't care how many episodes it takes. I want your whole story to be told. It needs to be heard. Like I don't care who comes. Everybody, all my other guests can wait because I want people, and I feel like people need to, and I feel like God is pleased with
Mm.
you sharing your story. And it has to be said. It just is what it is. And I'm gonna be the vessel. So use this platform so you can tell it. That's it.
You gotta figure out how to put it in the book too, you know?
Yeah. Oh yeah. That's next.
That's next.
That's next. Cause your book gonna have to be a whole series. Part 1, part 9, part 10.
I know, and the documentary too. But you right there, because I kept asking, I'm like, Lord, who you gonna send? I've been asking, I'm still asking. And I
Yeah.
what? It was like midnight or 1 o'clock.
It was like 12:45 or
Yes. And I was laying in my bed and I just scrolled on Facebook and I said, what? I said, let me figure out. If girl, I'll be sending you messages. I'm like, I can't get on. Where's the link at? I'm like, I am not internet savvy. I'm like, ooh, these
yeah,
professors.
it's
I'm gonna have
all good. It's
they
all
gonna be
I don't
like,
mind it. I don't
you been
mind it
gone
at
too
all.
long. Thank you so much.
I don't mind it at all. She like, I said, this one right here.
I think I'll be wearing. I said, oh Lord, I don't want to wear it low, but
No,
I'm trying to get in the
you
chat.
good. I don't mind it. I don't mind it.
Okay.
Whatever it takes to get you on, I will be that. I will be that. For sure, for sure.
Thank you.
I'll be that for sure, for sure. Okay, so we're gonna leave up on the cliffhanger of neuropathy.
Okay.
But next episode, so write this down. We're gonna talk about neuropathy. We're gonna talk about the tube in the back.
Oh
And
yeah, I'm gonna have to show y'all the evidence. My brother said it
yes,
looked like a bullet wound.
yeah, yes, and then also what your depression, what that looked like.
Okay.
But even if that becomes another episode, that could be a part 5.
Okay, because yeah, that's
I
gonna
want
be part
depression is
five,
real.
six, and
Depression is
seven.
real. Yeah, depression is real, and I want people deal with secret depression, and I
Yes.
want people to hear your story of what that looks. A lot of people with disabilities deal with depression, but they don't say it.
No.
And so, from your perspective, because you've been there, your story and your experience can definitely help a lot of people. And I want to take the time out so you can share that for sure. For sure.
Because it was like the depression started in 2000.
Wow.
Neuropathy 2, 4. No, yes.
Nephrostomy. Child.
Girl.
We're about to be medical scholars. By medical scholars presented by Dr. Charity, Miss Charity, Nurse Charity. Cause she teaching us. I already got my
Mhm.
doctorate degree. Thank
Oh
you,
yeah,
Charity.
I wore her low too. She's like, Nene, I'm with my patient right now. I'm like, okay, but
I'm your patient right now too.
My name was Bad Patient.
I'm your patient too right now.
She was my trap nurse and I was Bad Patient. She was like, and you don't listen. No, you gotta
Listen,
wait. I said they tired of me at the hospital, so I gotta go.
I need to find somebody else. Cause we hold doctors now. We got PhDs and everything. Thank you, Charity.
Yes.
You teaching us a thing or three. Okay, so that's what we're gonna end on.
Okay.
I appreciate. I'm gonna say this all the time. I appreciate you sharing your vulnerability and your experience. I appreciate it. It's not easy. It's not easy talking about what you've been through, what you dealt with. So I definitely appreciate it. And we're gonna have you on as many times as it takes. I don't care.
Okay. Well, y'all better grab the popcorn, y'all favorite, whatever you want to just sip and relax. We'll have to light some candles or something.
We're gonna have you on.
Stay
Dave's
tuned.
gonna push you in the back. We're gonna end the show real quick. I love you.
I love you. I love all of you all. Thank you so much for supporting us.
You're definitely welcome.
See y'all later. Wait, this is gonna be part 4 today.
It's gonna be part 4 next week.
Okay,
today's part 3.
Y'all help me remember.
It's gonna be part 4.
Okay.
Yo, I told y'all. Thank you, Kiki. I love you, Kiki. You love me, and you're right. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I do appreciate it. Man, she is a dope. Like, her story is amazing. And I was dead serious when I say I want everyone. I'm going to keep on bringing her on because her story needs to be told. And just the fact that she was trying to find a portal to share, a space to share. I am for sure going to allow that because I think that this story is, I'm learning so much. And I appreciate those that are tuning in and those that have tuned in who have watched from episode one, part one, up until now. I mean, good. What am I dealing with? Nothing. I ain't dealing with a doggone thing. My life is grand. Cha, like Cherry said, cha. Thank you guys for tuning in so much. I don't want to keep y'all any longer at all. Y'all are awesome. Love you, Mimi. I appreciate you. I don't see your face, but you're a real one. Real quick, let's do the church announcements. If you have a disability and or medical condition and you want to be on the show after we finish part 4 and 5 and however long it takes for Lonita to tell her story. If you want to be a guest on the show, I am always looking for guests. As y'all can tell, my guests are super dope. Like, what you thought? Hit me up. Don't be hitting me up talking about you got a pepper cut, your elbow hurt, you stubbed your toe, child. Get some Neosporin, put some ice pack, cover up and go about your business. I need some real good stories. I need you to be dealing with some stuff, going through some stuff. So God can get all the glory. That's period. That's the only reason we're here. God get all the glory. That's it. Also, next Tuesday, we are live and in living color. I changed it. Thank you guys for tuning in, for changing from Thursday to Tuesday. This was the very first episode back on Tuesday, and I appreciate all y'all for tuning in. Now, for future reference, we will be on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Mountain Time, 9 p.m. Central Standard, and 10 p.m. Eastern. I got them down to a T at this point. Ciao. That's it. That's all. And next Tuesday, we are live. We're going to do part 4. We're going to do part 4 next Tuesday at 7 p.m. with Lonita. What church say? Nostrography? Nastrography? Whatever she put in the chat. Yeah, that's what we're gonna talk about. We're gonna keep this train rolling. Thank you guys so much for taking time to watch, share, like, comment, all that jazz. I appreciate it. I'm gonna say it every episode. Love you, Mom Sonia. I'm gonna say it every episode because I don't take it lightly. You guys don't have to do it. You guys can be doing so many other things. But I do take it lightly. I don't take it lightly, and I do appreciate it so much. All right, we out. I got some fish to eat. I don't know what y'all eating for dinner, but I got some fish to eat. And thank you, Miss Kathy. Love you. I love all y'all. Don't log off because y'all gotta watch the sponsors. That's it. Love y'all. Gabe, you already know. Get me out of here.